What up, YouTubers? Waspspray back again, doing another top 5 for my buddy, the 13th Wolfman. Now, in this one, I had to stretch it a little bit. I technically didn't really have 5, but I came up with 5 houses and horror movies, I think, are the criteria, or scary or intimidating houses. He said you can do houses. He said castles, he'll let them slide. But, buildings or warehouses and stuff like that, he's saving for a separate video. So if anybody decides to do this tag, which I'd love people to do, remember, keep it to houses. And you can use castles and palaces and stuff like that, which I do use. But no warehouses and other buildings and sorts. He's going to do a top 5 at a later date that touches on those. So the first couple here, well, actually only really one that I added in here that, just to round out the 5. I haven't seen this movie in a while, so it's hard for me to say. It's probably been a good 5 or 6 years since I've seen this. 13 Ghosts. What I remember from this is they have a huge mansion they go to, and there's these like glass walls or glass doors with writing on them, and if you say certain writing or you say something, or I don't remember exactly what it is, but basically these doors open up and these nasty ghosts come out of there. This is a cool movie. Matthew Lillard is in this. Shaggy. Worth watching if you haven't seen. And I just remember the house is, it's massively big, and it's kind of like almost labyrinth-like, if I remember correctly. So there's that one. Now this one, Return to House on a Haunted Hill. I thought I had House on a Haunted Hill, the movie. The remake, not the Vincent Price one, but the remake, which has got like Chris Kattan in it. I guess Vincent Price makes an appearance in it, but I can't find it. I thought I had it, but I can't find it. But the remake of House on a Haunted Hill, that house is cool. It's got the scariest basement of all time in there. There's this nasty surgeon that lives down there. And there's a chamber that these people end up going into and see all sorts of images and stuff. It's a really scary house, and it's a house that once you get in it, you can't leave it. There's no getting out of there, and it's just an intimidating building in general. It's another house that is just, it's huge. It's just massively big. And it sucks because once you get in there, like I said, the windows, steel goes down in front of them, and there's no way to get out of there. Now, this one's kind of a weird pick. Fright Night, Charlie's House, I believe is the teenager's name. I just discovered this movie probably 6 or 8 months ago, and I fell in love with it. Now, why Charlie's House? Charlie's House would be a horrible house to live in because you're living next to this vampire guy. Your window looks right into this guy's bedroom. I mean, not even trying to, be curious and looking into this guy's house. He ends up seeing stuff that you'd rather not see. You'd rather just not be a part of. And it really sucks for him because he kind of gets sucked in. I guess he could do more and just kind of keeping quiet in this movie, but he doesn't. And so I'm going to take Charlie's House. Not because the house itself is intimidating or the house itself is haunted, but because of where it is and what house it's actually next to. It's next to Jerry's house. And we all know Jerry is awesome. Nasty. Now, me and the 13th Wolfman do share one house in common, and that's this house. The house from the remake of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, I think this remake is one of the best horror remakes ever. I mean, this is an awesome remake. The house in this is just, from the outside, is intimidating. I guarantee I could drive. I know this, this house still exists. It's still there. You could drive to this house, and I would probably go in it, but it's from the front, just looking at it, what house it is, and it's just, it's wicked things happen in there, and it's just an intimidating building just from the outside. I mean, even like I said, even knowing this is a movie, I think I saw a video where somebody went to the house and it's all blocked off, so you can't get very close to it at all. But just from the outside itself, you see it, and I don't care who you are, if you've seen this movie, you're going to look at that house and say, I know it's a movie, but I don't know if I really want to go in there that badly. Now, the last house is the one that, he said we could do castles, he'll take it, he'll let it slide. This isn't technically a castle. It is a palace. So we're going to look at, let's cover up this side, The Haunted Palace. It's an awesome movie. I don't think a lot of people know about this. It's got Vince Price in it. Basically, this is it's a palace. It's like a castle where this guy lived that was a warlock, male witch, who's killed out in front of it. The townspeople murdered him, and he placed a curse upon the people. And later on, Vincent Price, who ends up, he's related to this warlock and looks exactly like him because the warlock is also played by Vince Price. Vince goes back to this house and sees this just cool picture of his family member, the warlock, and basically is put into a trance and is, almost engulfed by the spirit of the warlock. And this house is so cool. First off, from the outside, it's just an awesome looking building. It's so cool looking. And then inside it has, a lot of secret areas, a lot of secret levers you can kind of pull on and go behind or underneath. It also has an area downstairs, which is basically is like a pit that, I don't really know where it leads to, but it basically leads to hell or evil or, something like that. It's this pit with this swirling colors in it, and they do sacrifices over it and whatnot. This haunted palace is, I was going to say it's really underrated. I don't know if it's underrated or not. I don't know what the people think of it. I think it's maybe Vince Price's best movie. I love this movie. It's really, really good. And I think Lon Chaney Jr. maybe does the special effects for it or something like that. I'm trying to look now. I'm drawing this movie out way too long, but Lon Chaney, not even Lon Chaney Jr., Lon Chaney does special effects for this. Awesome movie, awesome building that he lives in, awesome castle. The only one out of all of these that I'd actually probably ever want to live in would be this one. The poor guy that lived in there. I guess he was a warlock and he was doing bad stuff, but don't kill a warlock or attack something without knowing what's going to happen, because he did place a curse on him, and basically he came back and just destroyed everything. So that'd be the most intimidating and or coolest house from a horror movie. So anybody wants to do this tag, please feel more than free to do it. That's all I got for you guys now. Thanks for watching.